Ted, let's start today's show off. Just a quick reminder of what everybody is in for today. We have a special guest coming on today. I've been talking about it all week. Somebody I'm very excited to talk with. The number 4th ranked UFC Bantamweight, Jimmie Rivera. Oh, Jimmy, what have you been up to lately? I mean, last time that we spoke, you came on to my show. We were talking about, the fight with Brian Caraway, of course, that didn't actually go through as of late. What have you been up to recently? Of course, this season, Ultimate Fighter Season 25, that's coming about very soon. You got to stay ready just in case somebody gets injured or whatever happens. What have you been up to this week?
UFC's great. They've taken care of me. All I ask is to keep moving forward. So I don't know what's up next. I hope to find out soon and keep moving forward.
So this season of Ultimate Fighter, man, Cody Nola versus TJ Dillashaw. Are you ready if either guy gets injured here?
Yeah, I've been training. I'm ready for it. So if someone gets hurt and they say, you want to fight for the belt, hell yeah, I want to fight for the belt, interim belt, regular belt, whatever it is. I'll be ready. So I'm definitely staying in shape for that. And I'm hoping, if it, God forbid someone gets hurt, because I don't want to get hurt. But if someone does get hurt, I'm ready for that. You know what I mean? Taking a last minute fight in the UFC, yeah. Taking a last minute fight because someone's hurt, that's one thing. Taking a last minute fight for the title. Hell yeah. You know what I mean? I'm there. I'll make weight. I'm there. Let's do it. It's for the belt. I wouldn't say no for that.
So, Jimmy, Eddie mentioned The Ultimate Fighter. You were on The Ultimate Fighter, I believe it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I remember seeing you, and I was like, I said, this kid's got something here. And unfortunately, you lost the fight to get into the house. How was it? How did you get over that? How did you – because that must have been, just devastating to you. And then to have so many fights before you finally got the call to the UFC again,
I mean, it was rough. There was some times I was like, I don't know, maybe I should just hang up the gloves because I didn't get the call. When I went into that fight, for sure, it was one of my hardest fights ever because you have 2 guys that you met in the back of the locker room that they're Mayhem's coaches. And they're like, all right, what are you good at? I'm like, and they literally 5-minute conversation where you have your coaches that know you for your whole life. They're like, they know everything about me. I grew up in Tiger Showings. I know them since I was 9 years old. So it was quite an experience, let me tell you that. It was quite an experience. You really found out a lot about myself. You don't get to study your guy at all, so you don't know what he's even good at. And I'm not gonna lie, I made some mistakes. I didn't train right for that fight. I didn't try, how Frank Yeager was at 155 where he got in ridiculous shape, and he was just, he could get beat up but he'd keep going. I tried to get big for 145 because, I don't need to cut weight where I should just focus on cardio. And I made a mistake. There was a hole in my game, back now I needed some work on it. And I realized it, so I fixed it. And it was a really learning experience, and I'm glad I didn't get in right away because, look, I went like 5 or 6, 7-0 while I was out of there. You know what I mean? I lost at 45, to Bermudez. But Bermudez ended up taking second place in the whole show itself. And he was on a tear when he got in the UFC. Look at where's Brendel now? You know what I mean? He's not even in the UFC. So Bermudez is fighting a Korean Zombie next weekend. Yeah. Left buddy kicks him out. And I lost to the guy that won all the way, is doing unbelievable. Okay. I learned a lot about myself. I fixed my training regimen for that. And, I made some mistakes and I learned from them, and I made myself a better fighter. You know what I mean? And from there, I just focused on staying in my weight class. I'm not a 45er. I'm not a 50er. I'm 150 because I did that for my first 2 fights. I fought at 150. I learned the hard way about cutting weight. It was a split decision loss. So my weight's 135. That's where I'm staying. I'm not trying to jump for a paycheck like all these people like Cody. Oh, Aldo's next, and McGregor, this and that. Motherfucker, stay in your weight class. Defend your belt. I'll take it from you. Then you could go up to fight Aldo and McGregor. Like, I don't even know why he would want to do that. He was getting his ass whooped. Those guys are bigger, not to mention better than him. So, this is the way it is.
A lot of people don't realize that you were a 3-time champ before even coming into the UFC. That you even beat a champion on short notice at one point in King of the Cage.
Yeah, I mean, I fought for actually a lot of promotions, and the whole reason why I fight all these promotions, people ask me, why do you fight? I fought for World Series, Bellator, CFFC, King of the Cage, Ring Combat, probably one I don't even remember that I'm not mentioning right now, was to fight the best. I wanted to fight the best so I could get into the UFC. You know what I mean? You can't be the best unless you fight the best. And that's my same model in the UFC. I want to climb the ladder. You know, when they gave me, they're like, if Caraway doesn't take the fight, there's 4 names at the top list was Faber. I'm like, it's a no-brainer. Caraway's not taking a fight, give me Faber. Like, it's a no-brainer. I want to fight the best to be the best. I want to fight and get the belt. And that's it. So I fought all these different promotions. I fought King of Cage. I fought for the belt, defended the belt, and I vacated it. Then I went to Ring of Combat. I fought for it, defended it, vacated it, and then CFFC did the same thing. You know what I mean? And I got in the UFC on a last-minute call, and it was a 2.5-week notice. Got in there, fought Marcus Brimmish, knocked him out in 90 seconds, where it took Cody Garbrandt 3 rounds to knock his ass out. And then after that was just one tough fight after another. Fought Pedro Munez in Brazil, who's been on a tear, who's beat like a top-ranked guy at 25 that moved up. He's ranked in 13 now or something like that. Then I fought Yuri Alcantara. He put, Faber beat him up. Yuri freaking put Brad Pickett away. I fought that dude, and he wasn't able to do anything, and I got into the rankings.
Yeah, and nobody wanted to fight that guy.
Yeah. So, and then I fought Faber, you know what I mean? And I just, like I said, keep asking, move forward. And I follow those promotions just honestly to be the best. And then I would fight, and be like, oh, you want to fight for the belt? Like, I would win one fight, like, want to fight for the belt? Like, okay. All right, we're going to defend it. All right, no problem, I'll defend it. You're a true champ. You're not, it's true. You're not a true champ unless you defend your belt. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, I'll defend it. Sure, no problem. And then after that, I'm like, all right, let's go win another belt. Let's go do something again. Let's go do this. I'm like, why not? All right, they got someone in this division. You want to fight him? He's the best. He's up and coming. You want to beat him? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to beat him. So I'm up and coming. They call me first for a last-minute fight. So that's pretty much it. And just went around fighting the best and getting experience. And you know what? I fucked up in the Ultimate Fighter. I'm glad I did. I was able to learn a lot by myself, and I was able to get better as a fighter. And I walked in there. I had teammates that fought in the UFC before me, Louis Gallo, Nick Pace, and I was always around it, so I didn't have, I wasn't struck by it. I was familiar with the show and all that. Yeah. And I went in there. I'm having a blast. It's unbelievable. I'm having a good time.
Yes. So Jimmie, you're from Tiger Schulman, and you've stayed with Tiger Schulman for, I think, your entire career. Is that right?
Yeah, I was with Tiger Schulman, since I was 9 years old.
Wow.
I started as a kid and been ever since.
Yeah, because they have as far as what I know, at least initially, they started as a traditional martial arts academy. How did it then kind of evolve into a mixed martial arts academy where they were, training guys like you, and you mentioned Lewis and Uriah Hall.
Yeah,
how did that all happen?
Well, everybody always thought at the end of the day, these schools are not to turn out fighters. They're to turn out people that have confidence, that feel good about their body, they're in shape, they learn self-defense, to turn out confident kids and kids that don't get picked on. So we're here to really teach kids and adults not to turn out fighters. So even back when he opened up his first school, we always sparred. You know what I mean? We always grappled. We always, had that stuff. We were called Tiger Schulman's Karate. And when I started in 98, 98, we were the only things that were doing that traditional were katas and forms and wood breaking. But we were kickboxing, we were grappling, we were doing all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So people didn't realize that. And then when times changed, we actually turned to Tiger Schulman's mixed martial arts. Then times changed again because people find MMA violent. And we're not here to cater fighters. We're here to cater the average person to get in shape and learn self-defense, to teach your kids how to defend themselves, not to teach kids how to go fight. Teach kids how to fight in case they need to defend themselves and protect them or who they care about. So we're back to Tiger Schulman's martial arts. You know what I mean?
Ah, okay.
Be a fight school. We never were. You know what I mean? I have 250 students for a reason because I care about them. I want them to get in shape, and I want them to better themselves, and I want these kids to grow up with confidence like I did and be able to have all these goals, all these accomplishments when they're a young adult, because it helped me so much, and I'm here to give back, and I love what I do. So, we were always doing that. You know what I mean? As we got into the new millennium, we got rid of forms of wood breaking. Forms, they're good workout, but it doesn't make sense. Not going to help you with kickboxing, grappling. And like Bruce Lee said, boards don't hit back. They're fun to do. I broke some patio blocks. My sensei at the time broke some baseball bats. It was cool. It was cool for demonstrations. But you grow out of it, you're like, I did it as a kid. It was cool. Some of the kids in this generation will never experience it because, we have to evolve as a martial arts school. But it was fun. I had a fun time, and I can look back and be like, yeah, I was part of that era. We did forms of wood breaking and stuff like that. But Tiger Showman's unbelievable. I've known Tiger Showman, Danny Showman forever, Ron Showman, his brother, and they've been unbelievable people. My box coach, Ray Velez, I've known over 5 years now, who came in and to work with us, and it's just been an unbelievable atmosphere. It's a family atmosphere, and that's what people don't realize. People always hate, you know what I mean? They're always going to hate if you're doing well, and people, oh, it's a commercial school. It's not a commercial school. We care about our students. We're in here working all the time. I'm not even to mention, I'm training all the time. I'm here teaching for the whole day. You know what I mean? My day starts, I leave the house at 9:30. I get home at 12 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Every day. So it's a long day, you know? So, but it's a fun day. I love what I do. I love to fight. And fighting was always my second passion. Teaching's my first. So it's nice. And it's nice to get, you know, that extra check when you fight and stuff like that. But this is what I love to do. This is what I'm going to do when I retire. You got all these guys who are, you know, not smart. They live by fight paycheck by fight paycheck. It's not realistic. You're not making enough. You need more. And it's hard when they have, you know, a lot of fighters and you can't get fights all the time, or people say no to you and they don't want to fight you. It's hard all the time. So it's like kind of stuck. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's good you have that other career going on simultaneously there.
Yeah, it's all good. Sorry.
You know, Jimmie, what's going on behind you, brother? I see you got some UFC photos behind you. What's that? John Bones Jones? Or what is that behind you?
I got the CFFC picture of when I fought, and then my first fight ever was Scotland, when I fought Brimage, and I got it framed, and I was like, you know, this is definitely something to keep, was my shorts. And this is pretty much it. We got some pictures around the school, and there's some pictures of our instructors and Master Tiger Showman, and you know, a couple other things to give some life to the school. You know what I mean? You can't have it just, you know, plain blank, nothing.
Yeah.
We have pictures of our other fighters and other people coming up, and pictures of the instructors training and stuff like that, and motivational pics around that we have, and people working out. You know what I mean? It's all about coming in here. You know, adults come in here to get in shape. They don't like the gym. The gym's the same routine. I get in here, I'm like, listen, the gym, you have to take yourself through a workout. You come here, the hour goes by quick. You're working your cardio, your strength, and your flexibility. I'm taking you through a class. You have nothing to worry about. The hardest thing you have to do is show up. I take care of the rest.
You know, Jimmie, I get a lot of like younger kids that listen to our show here. A lot here on the East Coast. If any of them are in New Jersey, they can actually come train with you, correct? Over
Yeah,
there?
I mean, I always invite, you know, anybody ever wants to come by the headquarters where we train and watch us train, or, you know, come by and take a picture, they can. They can train at any Tiger Showman school. My school is actually in the city on East 23rd Street between Madison and Park Ave. So they can always come by and say hi, do a picture, or they can come and take a class on me. I have no problem at all with that. I'm cool about it. Even if I'm not looking to turn out a student. They come in, train, have some fun. Like, I got to train with Jimmie Rivera and then head home. You know what I mean? Make a day of it. So it's cool with me. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun to teach people and kids and adults and all them and give back. You know, it's the whole purpose. My instructors gave back. It's my turn to give back, and then the next generation do the same thing.
Hey, Jimmie, you were born in New York City.
No,
right? But I think your parents are from Puerto Rico.
No. My parents are from. Actually, my dad is from, you know, Puerto Rico. He's Puerto Rican. He was born in Jersey, lived a good majority of his life in the city. And my mom is she's a Jersey native. She's Sicilian, lived in Jersey in Passaic, Patterson area, you know, growing up, and Lodi area. So I'm half Italian, half Puerto Rican. I grew up in Jersey. I was born in Passaic. I live in Jersey. I know somehow they had me in Brooklyn or something like that. I don't know Wikipedia sometimes. But I'm a Jersey native. I work in the city now. I worked in a couple areas. I've been in Jersey for the majority of my life. I bounced to a couple schools to help them out. Before I went back to Jersey, I was in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, working for one of the Tiger Showmans. Then went back to Jersey, and from here I actually landed up in the city and replaced someone that used to be an instructor here that was left, and kind of just one thing led to another, and I ended up taking over the location, and it's been great ever since.
The reason I was asking is I'm sure I think the UFC has had a show in Puerto Rico before. Haven't they had one event, or they were planning on it? I was just thinking, how cool would that be for you to fight there?
I would love to go. I've been dying to go. It's been one on my bucket list. It's just timing. When you run a school and, you know, you have your family and you have training to do, it's hard to make that time. You know what I mean? So, eventually one day when I'm done fighting, or they have a UFC there, I would love to headline it or be in the main card. That'd be great. I have a great fan base out there. I hear a lot about myself out there, and it's really cool how pretty big in the Hispanic culture, out in, in Spain and around that area, Portugal, even, just not just Puerto Rico. So it's pretty cool to hear that. And it's really cool to inspire people. You know what I mean? You don't realize how much you're doing and inspiring people until they message you and let you know. And you're like, holy shit, it really touched your life. That's awesome. I'm glad I was able to do something,
Yeah, before we let you go, Jimmy, I got to ask you, or a lot of our listeners will probably bug out. Did you catch this weekend's fights? Valentina Shevchenko versus, Juliana?
Yeah, I had all my picks and they went completely south. I feel bad.
Guys, it happens.
Listen, I feel bad, but see, that's the thing. MMA, anything can happen, but I feel bad. I'm like, oh, this, it was just one of those things. Like, oh shit, it went completely the other way. And it was cool though, because I love the underdog to win. But when you look at it on paper, you're like, all right, well, this person, logically, this person should win. This person should win. You know what I mean? But it was cool. And I saw the fights. Go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh no, we weren't saying anything. What do you think about Cowboy's performance? Do you think it was smart of him to fight pretty much every 3 weeks? Do you think that's a smart thing, especially after coming out of a war with Matt Brown? Take a little time off before fighting somebody like Jorge Masvidal, or do you think it could have went either way there?
Jorge really did a great job, unbelievable job. I don't think it's stupid because he's one of those people. As long as he says what he doesn't spar at all in his camp.
Yeah,
he drills. So he's not getting hit on the head all the time, so it's not really affecting him. So I don't think it's bad. I just think, he fought someone that was, willing to give everything out there and let it all go and not leave it in the judge's hands. And he got caught, and that was it. You know what I mean? He wasn't the best Cowboy that day. Someone else was better. It happens. There's nothing I can say. There's no excuses. It's just the other guy won and really put it on and stepped up to the plate. And, it was good for him. You know what I mean? It was the underdog. I mean, the fights were really – I thought they were good fights. I watched the Sterling Assuncao fight and thought it was just, I had Assuncao win the first 2 rounds. And finally Sterling started to put it on, and he won the 3rd round. And I thought all the judges were, I don't – was it all 3 judges? Because I was watching from a bar and I was reading the subtitles. So I don't know if it was all 3, but it was like 29, all the judges. And I thought it was right. Sterling started stepping up in the 3rd round. He should have did that the rest of the rounds like that.
Did you, going into that fight, did you think Aljo was going to win that fight, or did you think Assuncao was going to be able to, tough it out?
I think Assuncao was going to be able, as long as he was able to stop the takedown, he was going to win the fight. That's why I thought the stand was better. But you had Sterling come on, put it on, get a little confidence, realize he's losing, and step it up in the 3rd round. But it really comes down to, what you're good at and how styles match up. That's why no one wants to fight me. I'm not just good at boxing. I'm good at kickboxing. I'm good at grappling. I'm good at wrestling. I'm good at everything. You know what I mean? People are like, oh, I can grapple. I'm like, you never see me on the ground. If I could grapple, you have no idea how good I am. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things, like Caraway's team, and Marriage said it best. This is a horrible fight. I mean, why am I going to fight? This guy has no holes in his game. And it's true. Because I grew up in the martial arts. You're just not doing, I grew up doing everything. You know what I mean? Wrestling, grappling, kickboxing, all that. I didn't just wrestle and then jump into kickboxing and learn how to box. I grew up in this thing. I learned as a kid not to be good at one thing, to be good at every single thing. So when people want to say they hear Jimmie Rivera, you're going to fight Jimmie Rivera, they're like, they're fucking shit in their pants. They don't want to fight me. What holes are in the game? What do they have that's better? There's nothing. There really is nothing. You know what I mean? I mean, hell, every time when you train every day, you don't have a perfect day of training. It's always up and down. When it comes fight time, that day is the most important day. And you look at all the fight times. You know what I mean? Knocking out wood. I was there on point, and I did what I had to do. And that's pretty much it. I fought the toughest guys and beat the toughest guys in my division. You know what I mean? Just keep moving forward. That's it.
Hey Jimmy, we got a chat room going on here. There's a couple of questions I want to fire at you real quick.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah. So Ann Hill has a couple of questions. She's asking, what is your favorite choke to use to finish an opponent? That's her first question.
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna throw in a little Japanese necktie.
A necktie.
Yeah.
And then the second question from Ann is, was Karate Kid and the Ninja Turtles movies your influence to get into the martial arts?
Is she stalking me? Because that's true.
She's asking the question she already knew the answer to, I guess. I don't know.
Shout out.
So that's true, huh?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Thanks, Ed.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
You know, real quick comment on that. The first actual Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, we had Nick Newell on, who's a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles. We had this kind of a debate. What do you think of the newer Ninja Turtles that came out for this generation of kids?
Go back to the costumes. They're so much better. I love their original. Like, actually, I'm so happy though they came out with Ninja Turtles because a couple years back I was not a head instructor yet. I was a Joshu assistant instructor and one of the kids were like, Joshu, what were you for Halloween? I was like, I was a Ninja Turtle. They're like, what's a Ninja Turtle? I'm like, what? You don't know what a Ninja Turtle is?
Are you kidding me?
I go, I'm like, yo, you need to go take your kid and watch the Ninja Turtles. Google that stuff. You know what I mean? You're gonna watch some movies. Like, come on, seriously, Ninja Turtles.
Everyone's got
so I was
to do
so
their
happy
homework.
they brought it back. I wish they brought it back. Like, I grew up watching it because those were the best, man. I loved them. They were unbelievable. But I mean, they did a decent job with these. Not as good as the originals, but a decent job.
You know, while we're on this subject, really quick, before we ask, one more question for the chat room, Ted. CM Punk's got this upcoming fight. A lot of people want him to fight the Power Ranger that used to fight.
Yeah, Green Ranger.
The Green Ranger.
And he was the White Ranger too.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he was the Power Rangers.
Gold border. Do you think that would be a good matchup for him, or what do you think CM Punk should do?
I think CM Punk should find someone that's 0-0. That guy has a couple fights already. I forgot his name. I don't remember his name.
I think it's Jason David Frank.
That's what you're good.
Yeah, right.
We got Jason Ellis though wants to fight him too. You know the talk show host from Sirius XM, Jason Ellis. He wants to fight. Yeah, he wants to fight CM Punk too.
I don't know fully what Jason Ellis's background is. I just heard of him before. But the other dude, the White Ranger, Green Ranger, he's got some experience already. You know, that's a tough fight. I mean, like everybody asks me, what's going to happen with CM Punk when I fall on that card? I'm like, he's going to lose. I'm like, he has no experience. He's fighting someone that has amateur experience and pro experience. You know, like, sorry, CM Punk, but, stick to the wrestling. That's what your experience is good at, not fighting. Like, honestly, we get guys that come in. I get like 0.5% of my students that want to come in and be fighters. I tell them, listen, this is how it works. There's stepping stones. Get kickboxing fights and win grappling tournaments. Then do some amateur fights, and then from there, pro. But you got to do well. Like, if you're losing every fight, like, no. And we're not going to put someone in the fight if they're not ready. If you're not ready, I'm like, listen, you're not ready. You have to train more. I'll tell you when you're ready. That's the biggest thing with people. People rush so much and they become stepping stones for other people. You know what I mean? I was happy to get Ultimate Fighter. I didn't become a stepping stone for someone else. I got a lot of experience, and I was able to better myself. And once I got in the UFC, go on a tear.
Hey, what's going on in the chat room? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt them.
No. Minion McGrognan has a question. He's wondering, Jimmy, if you are up to speed on all of the new rule changes. Remember, Big John came out with he did a video about the new changes to the unified rules of MMA. So he's wondering if you're up to speed on those, and if the UFC has put anything out, like an inter-office memo just to the fighters telling you about these rules.
Question.
They didn't put anything out. I did get an email from my manager's right-hand man, and I did watch it. And I'm like, yeah, I knew most of the rules already, because they come out in articles, and you go, if it has to relate to you, read it, and you want to know what's going on. So yeah, I do. UFC didn't really, unless I missed it, didn't mention anything to the fighters or to myself, but I did see it all over, media and the news. So you look at it, you're like, all right, those are new rules, and you got it, no problem. Was it.
Cool. Yep, that was it. He just wanted to know. He wanted. Yeah, that was Minion. Just wanted to make sure that you knew that you were up to speed on that.
I said thank you.
Watching out for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
appreciate
Jimmy,
go ahead.
What we like to do at this point in the show is, what we do here. Hand the imaginary microphone over to you if you have any shout outs, sponsors, anything at all that you want to get out there. One more blanket statement, anything at all. The floor is now all yours, brother.
Yeah, man. Obviously, I want to say thank you to Tire Showmans. They've been a big part of my life. If you want to get in shape and learn some kickboxing, learn how to defend yourself, this is a place to be. NutriBio for the best supplements out there. Tiger Fight Gear, the only gear I trust and train with and trust my students with. And to be honest with you, thank you guys for having me on the show. Cruz, stop being a pussy, either fight or get the fuck out of the way. And that's pretty much it.
That's
Cody,
the quote of the night right there.
Cody, I'm coming for my belt, or whoever wins, Cody, TJ. It really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I've sparred with TJ 3 years ago. He probably won't even remember it, but I have the footage, and you go see these guys, you think and I got to grapple TJ and grapple Uriah Faber 3 years ago when my buddy Lewis was fighting in Milwaukee against Tim Elliott at 25, and you think these guys are so above you, and then you train with them, and you're like, this guy's an unbelievable fighter. This guy sucks. I'm like, he's not that good. I'm like, I'm not even in shape, and I'm piecing him up. I'm like, this is crazy, and I laugh. I look at it. I know my potential, and I worked hard to get where I'm at right now, and I just to keep moving forward. You know what I mean? UFC is a great company. I have nothing against them. They've been great to me. When I got hurt in my eye, they were really awesome and took care of me. They've been taking care of me ever since. I just asked to keep moving forward, and that's it. And, hopefully Cruz either fights or gets the fuck out of the way.
Thank you so much, Jimmy, for coming on Evil and Intoxicated with me and Ted Check. Brother, stay healthy, stay ready, and good luck on your upcoming journey.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys. You have a good one, all right?
Thanks, Jimmy.
Have a good night, and most of all, behave yourselves.